Okay, and so now I have it recorded, and now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so can you guys all see my screen now? Yep.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, very good. We'll go into Intro to Business, which is the Business 82 course. And you'll see that the homepage comes up and you have a link here that says start here, which is a good place to start. Start here, right? Let's do that. We'll start here. You have the two most important documents that you could possibly have in front of you, the course syllabus and the calendar. So let's start with the syllabus. All right, and let's see. I need to blow this up a little bit. So, okay, so the top of the syllabus gives a little bit of information similar to what I mentioned to you about me. Here is your materials that you need, the foundations of business. You can purchase the loose leaf, although when you actually gain access through MindTap, you actually get an e-book. MindTap contains an ebook, so if you're comfortable with ebooks, if you're able to use those, that works as well. Whatever works for you is good. I think at the bookstore they actually have loose leaf books, or they may have the actual book itself. I'm not quite sure, but certainly you need MindTap to be able to complete the homework assignments, and you need the book in order to be able to complete to read the information necessary to complete the assignments. So I will go through the process of signing up for MindTap in just a bit. So we'll just continue to go through the syllabus. As far as contacting me, the best way to do it is through email. I constantly during the day check my emails, and you know, it doesn't usually take me too long to get back to people. My goal is to make sure that I get back within 24 hours. And if you send me an email and I don't get back to you within 24 hours, then something went wrong. The most likely circumstance is I clicked on it, thought I'd get back to it, forgot to mark it as unread, and then I just completely forgot about it. So make sure that if I don't respond to you within 24 hours, send me another email and remind me that, you know, I missed your first email, so I could punish myself for not being as responsive as I need to be for you. Okay. And there's a contact number here. This is my office, but just so that you realize I'm sparingly in the office. I think Monday and Wednesdays between about 10 and 12, I think I'm there. So if you need to get a hold of me, it's probably better to just go ahead and email me. There's a prerequisite list there. You can review that. Course objectives, you can list those or review those. The student learning outcomes, review those. And then assignments are listed here, or the assignments aren't listed here, but a discussion about the assignments are listed here as well. One of the things that is most important is that late assignments will not be accepted during the semester. There is no extra credit offered in this course. So there really isn't. Late assignments are not accepted. Now, are there exceptions? And certainly there could be some exceptions. The most common exception that may arrive will be, or that will be acceptable, I should say, is medical emergencies, meaning you're in a position where you really just can't do your homework because of whatever occurred, not just with you, but let's say if there's something going on with your family, I can understand that. And then also we're giving much more consideration for COVID outbreaks, because I know I've had it. I had it really bad, and when I had it, I was in no real good mood to do much of anything at the time. So I get it. If that occurs, make sure you make contact with me. Make sure you keep me posted, and we'll work through that. But other than that, if you send an email to me or you call me and say, hey, you know, I've had a really tough week at work and blah blah blah, and that's not the case. The reason why we do online is because it gives us the maximum flexibility in terms of time. And so we got to figure out how to make that work, okay? Participation. Now, this is a requirement for being online, participation. I'm just going to read through, I think, is that as big as I can get it? Let's see. I can get a little bit bigger. I'm going to read through what's posted, and this verbiage is posted on the syllabus and also online. But let's read through this together. let's see, at the very beginning, it says this: for students to earn full participation points, you are required to post 2 substantive discussion messages on 3 different days. Oh no, this is not right. Is this what was posted? No, this is not right. Let's go back to, that's kind of an old way of doing things. I'm sorry. Let me see what's posted in the discussions. Let's go to week 2. Yeah, this is really the way it should read. Okay, so what you're required to do is post 1 reply message that contains 2 well-developed paragraphs and clearly addresses the discussion questions. The instructor will not consider a single sentence paragraph as well-developed. Post 2 replies to 2 different students. So you're going to have a total number of posts of 3 posts during the week. All right. The description that's in the syllabus is, I'm going to have to update the syllabus. Let's see if I posted an announcement, which one I use for the announcements. Let's see. Participation requirements. Hopefully I did the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. So what I posted as an announcement and also what I just pulled up that's posted within the DQs is the correct one. I'm going to update the syllabus to reflect this information. But what I'm going to do also is I'm actually going to pull another class up that has a complete, the way I'm going to update the syllabus after we're done here and get that all squared away. Let me go to my folder here, and I'll pull up for you. Let's see, what are we in? Spring 2022. And let's go to Business 82. And let's go to, well, actually, no, we don't want to go because it has the wrong one. So let's go to yesterday, had 210. This is the way it's going to look when I have it set, which okay, so this is another syllabus for another course, but it has everything I need on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, copy it, and I'm going to go back to my Business 82, pull up the course syllabus that's in Word. Okay, so this is the Business 82 participation. Yeah, let's go ahead and replace this. Paste. On that painter. Okay, so let me blow this up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Oops, that's wrong side. That doesn't work. Okay, so once I'm done with this class, I'm going to go ahead and upload this to the Canvas so that you have the correct information. Okay, so here's what we have. Students will be required to participate in weekly online discussions. The online week will begin on Monday at 12 a.m. So this week started on Monday at 12 a.m. The good news is that you don't have to worry about participation for the first week. It's not graded. So we're good on that. But the week will begin on Monday at 12 a.m. and end on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Each week, the instructor will post discussion questions in the discussion forum located in Canvas. During the online week, students will be required to, first bullet point, post 1 reply message that contains 2 well-developed paragraphs and clearly addresses the discussion questions. The instructor will not consider a single sentence paragraph as well developed. Okay, so single sentence paragraph isn't going to work. You better figure out how to elaborate on what you're talking about. a lot of these questions are going to be required, multiple questions within the questions. So it'll be impossible to respond to it with a single sentence. So just be conscious or aware of that. You are also going to be required to post 2 replies to 2 different student posts. Your reply must be substantive. And then when we talk about substantive, we mean that they show evidence of critical thinking and meaningful interaction with the posting, as well as course resources. And it could also mean that you're asking engaging questions or provide insight into the discussions. If you simply post well, let me continue to read here. Both quantity and quality are important considerations when posting substantive messages. For example, I agree is not considered substantive because it does not add anything of substance or of value to the discussion. A single sentence post will not be considered substantive. Okay? Now, as far as the percentage and points, you either get them or you don't. So the way it works is students will earn 50% of the weekly discussion points by responding to the initial discussion question. If it qualifies, you're going to get 50%. Excuse me. If it qualifies as substantive, it meets the requirements, you'll get 50% of the points. From then on, students will be required to respond to 2 other students, and each student post, there'll be 2 of them, will get 25% of the weekly discussion points. So to get 100%, you need to post 3 posts. The initial one to respond to the DQs, 2 paragraphs for that one. And then you need to reply to other students. Student messages posted to the questions thread will not count towards participation. Okay. Are there any questions at all about discussions online at all?
I think we're good.
Okay. Let me go ahead and go through and see like go to an actual discussion, our first one in week 2, and you can kind of get a feel for what that's about. Okay, so week 2 discussions, that's when it really starts. Looks like there are 2 DQs, so then you have 2 paragraphs. Well, that's going to be easy. Just dedicate 1 paragraph to each DQ, right? And reply to the DQ, and again, a single sentence paragraph won't qualify. Excuse me. And then kind of a rule of thumb for replying to a student post. I mean, if you want to help ensure, like slam dunk, that you're going to get full credit for it, you can just think of it in this way. If you have three sentences with each post, 3 sentences, the first sentence is going to be acknowledging what the person posted, what you reply to. So an example here is, I really like the way you described accounting and how it works for businesses. That's your first sentence. And then the second sentence could be something like an elaboration or a moving forward. Accounting can also be helpful for managers in managing their specific areas of their production floor or their retail stores. So now you've added a second sentence that really expands on what the original post was, or whatever you're responding to, okay? And then the third sentence would be a follow-up question. Have you ever thought about how accounting can be used in making financial decisions? There you go. 3 sentences that acknowledge the initial post that you're replying to, that adds to the discussion so that someone can look at that and reply to that, and then a follow-up question. Boom, slam dunk, you got the points. There's just no question about it, all right? So if you want a rule of thumb and how it's going to work, that would be the way. Now, there can be all kinds of variations as to, in between that to see whether you qualify for full points. But if you just want a slam dunk and you don't have to worry, you don't want to go to bed at night with one eye open thinking I may not have gotten points on that, just simply follow my instructions and you'll get full credit. Okay. All right. Any questions about DQs, discussions?
Yeah, I do, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
For the discussion questions, are they going to be from the actual textbook itself, or should we research it online for it?
Well, the questions come from the textbook and the text materials. So to reply to the initial DQs, you'll get the information you need from the textbook.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions at all? All right, then. Let's go. We're still in Business 82. We talked about the discussions. Now we're at the grading. The grading is broken down by online chapters, which they seem like a whole lot of them, but I'm going to say a good portion of them, it'll take you just a couple minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe. So it won't be as overwhelming as you think. In fact, in my mind, I don't understand why MindTap does that. It breaks up like a series of questions into each one of them is considered a separate assignment. And so it's a separate link. They could have made one link and all of them put together, and it would have taken you about maybe 30 minutes to get through all of them. But that's not the way it's set up. So just kind of follow the way MindTap sets up and you're good. But your online chapter assignments, the total weight for that is going to be 40%. The exams, there's going to be 3 of them, and that's going to be weighted at 20%. The final exam is also just one. That's going to be weighted at 20%. And the participation and discussions are also going to be weighted at 20%. So the points are important, but when it's all said and done, I've weighted the points. However they sit within the 3174, it doesn't really matter. I've set the system to weight the assignments to these weights, okay? So that's how it's going to impact your final grade. Obviously, the homework is going to be the most. It's going to be 40%, but all the others are equally weighted in terms of their impact to your grade. Any questions about the overall point structure and how that works for grading?
I do, Andy.
Okay.
So our homework, the assignments, I know there's other classes where you could resubmit, you know, like for better points.
I think you.
Is that kind of the same here or no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I haven't done the homework myself, but I haven't seen anyone struggle with getting points in this for the assignments.
Okay.
And they pretty much. I think you can try it again if you don't get it right the first time. So, and honestly, I don't even think you're going to really even need to enter more than once. They're pretty quick and pretty easy type assignments. It's just making sure that you're reading through, and you may have to go back and look at something on your textbook because it is open book. So open book, open information available to you. So you can go back and look to try to make sure that you get the answer correct. But I haven't had any issues with students before about, you know, how their points are getting for the online assignments. Now, I will tell you for sure, the exams are just one shot, right? And I think the exams are set up, they're timed. All right, they are timed. So I'll take a look at this to look specifically at what the timing is. So you're going to want to be prepped for the exams and the final exam in terms of time. But the online chapter assignments are there's no time requirements. So, you know, just make sure you take your time and get it right the first time and you should be good.
Thank you. That's it.
Okay. All right, and then ultimately our final exam is due on Friday, May 13th, 2022 at 4 p.m. When I go over the calendar, I'll give you a feel for why we do the 4 p.m., but right now just kind of accept it. And that pretty much addresses the syllabus. Are there any questions at all related specifically to the syllabus? Okay, I'm going to pull up the calendar. Let me save this, and I'm going to save this as a PDF and then upload it. Save as a PDF. Replace it. Okay. I'll make sure it's saved correctly and then upload it after we meet here. So, oh, there it is. Okay, that's the PDF. So let's close that. Let's close this. Let's go back online. Hopefully I got that right too. I don't know. Let's go to modules. And let's go to the calendar. Okay, so let's go ahead and blow this up a little bit. Okay, so the assignments are working now. The good news is that week 1 there are no assignments required. I do have a due date, but that due date is mostly about you making sure you have everything set up by Monday the 17th, so that you have a full week to get started on your next week's home, or on the week 2 where your first homework assignments are due. Okay, and let's go to week 2 because that's pretty much how things are going to work for the remainder of the course. Week 2 starts on the 17th and ends on the 23rd. That's a Monday and that's a Sunday. Okay, when I say the 23rd, it's 11:59 p.m. Sunday. So your discussions must be complete during that week. All right, because you have the entire week to get it done, and you could start as early as Monday to get it done. There's just no issues or concerns. My suggestion is that you get one post in maybe on sometime between Monday and Wednesday, then or get your responses to the DQs early in the week, like Monday through Wednesday, and then come back maybe Thursday or Friday. Jump on there, respond to 2 other students, and then you'll be done with your discussions by Friday. Many students like to wait till Sunday, but that's rolling the dice in case there's any kind of technical issues. I do not give extensions for personal technical issues. If Canvas goes down, for example, then certainly I'm going to give that consideration and give everybody an extension. But if one individual is struggling with their internet or their computers or whatever, I cannot do that, because all of you know that students will generally, I shouldn't say students, everybody, including probably me, when I was going to school, if I would have been in school and this would have been the requirement, you would kind of take advantage of some of that, knowing that you could get an extension because you just said you had technical issues. So technical issues will not be a consideration for an extension on anything for the most part. So make sure you have backups in play. Make sure you have more than one device that you can go online. Make sure you have access to more than one internet access, which means if you're trying to get things done on a Friday and all of a sudden your internet goes down, then you can still get into your vehicle and drive over to the school, or go over to your brother's or sister's house, or go over to your aunt or uncle and be able to get online and be able to finish your homework there, all right? So have a backup in play to make sure if you have to make sure that you can address issues. Waiting to the last minute on Sunday evening at about 11:30 at night, that's kind of tricky there. If something goes wrong, it's probably going to go wrong then. So I would not recommend that. The second thing I would also think about is that the system, you got to pay, if you have initial problems in almost all cases, especially with the website, that there are pretty robust websites. They rarely have issues, but if you start to notice that you have issues, the first thing I would actually do is try a different browser. And if that doesn't work, then try a different device. If that doesn't work, then that's when you can send an email to me. And usually when something goes wrong with the website, I get emails from the publisher. So, and if that's the case, and if it's pushing on the time, then I often give extensions. And when I say often, I mean when that happens, I do it. But it rarely happens. So, literally, I don't give very many extensions as it relates specifically to that. But okay, so when the discussions are due, they're just due. They're due during the week, and that means that on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. the discussions are over. All right. Now, for chapter 1, you've got a series of homework requirements, and you got to go on and get those complete. Now, here's the kind of tricky thing for it. The homework assignments are immediately available during the week, but I'm just kind of tired of technical issues that occur on a Sunday evening, and I get emails saying, hey, I couldn't get it done because of this, blah, blah, blah. So what I've done is I pushed it to the following Monday at 4 p.m. So I want you to think of this not as, well, why did you make it Monday? I have to work on Monday. No, it's technically I should have made it done Sunday evening at 11:59. So I'm giving you like a 16-hour extension on your homework assignment, right? So if you choose to wait till Monday to get it done, that's up to you. But if it were me, I'd have it done by Sunday so I wouldn't have any issues. And then use Monday as like your backup plan. Like if worst case scenario, something just kind of falls apart, you still have Monday a chance to recover. All right. So again, your discussions are due between Monday and Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so in this case for week 2, on the Sunday, the 23rd, you have to submit your discussions at 11:59 by 11:59 p.m. And then to complete your homework assignments, you have a 16-hour extension all the way to 4 p.m. the following day. Is it 4? How many hours are we from 24 hours would put us at midnight? 6 hours, yeah, minus 6, 24 minus 6. No, that'd be an 18-hour extension, right? Yeah. Okay, so you have like an 18-hour. I don't know, you can run the numbers. I'm not real good with numbers anyway, so. All right, so you have until 4 p.m. on Monday to get it all done, all right? Are there any questions about the homework assignments? Now, I've had a couple of students get really upset about that, thinking, well, why don't we make it at midnight on Monday? And the reason being is I don't want to be up at, trying to check on things at midnight. I'll be in the office making sure the technology is running, and so that works. But if I were you, I wouldn't wait till Monday. I'd get it done before, because technically it should have been done on Sunday evening. Okay.
Will the homework assignments be locked each week, or will they be open to where you can work ahead?
I don't think they're open there. I'll double check, but I think I've set it up so they're only available during the weeks.
Okay, thank you.
And the reason why is because I've had too many people. Well, let's check. I know some classes I make available because it works, but this class, let me go to the assignments and check, and it should be real evident to me when I look here. Oh no, I guess they're all available. Yeah, they're all available, but I don't believe the exams or the quizzes are, because that's what I've had as well. I've had people come back at me and say, hey, I pressed the wrong quiz. They had access to it, and all of a sudden I've got to take that into consideration. Let's take a look at the quizzes. Discussion questions. They'll be available during the week, so there's no question about that. That's during the week. Yeah, the exams and the final exam are not available until the week that they're due, but all the other assignments will be available to you. So if you want to work ahead, I guess you could. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, I take that back. I'm looking back on all the assignments here. April. This is available on March 28th, the 21st. No, they're not available until the week is. So 24th, 14th. Oh, the reason why I thought it was because all of them were, but that's because there's so many assignments in 1 week. All right. So no, they're not available until the week is up, and that's when they become available to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Any questions about the calendar, about how it's due, when things are due? And I even posted the verbiage related to what I just talked to you about as an announcement. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. Assignment due dates and time. Probably just should have read this. Please note the online week starts on Monday and ends on Sunday. The due dates for online discussion is on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. The due date for homework assignments, including I got my accounting lab, that shouldn't be there. I'll edit that. Not that I'm copying from other places, huh? Including the MindTap assignments. The MindTap assignments, the quizzes and exams is extended until the following Monday at 4 p.m. Okay, let me save this. Okay, so for example, week 2, the first week assignments are due, begins on Monday the 17th at 12 a.m. and ends on Sunday, January 23rd at 11:59 p.m. The discussions for that week are due on Sunday, January 23rd at 11:59. The homework assignment for week 2 are due, the homework assignments are due on the following Monday, January 24th at 4 p.m. Okay, and it's pretty consistent. Every week it's the same thing. All right. All right, so that takes care of the calendar. That takes care of the syllabus. Let's go to modules. In the modules, the participation, I think we reviewed this. I think I updated the syllabus to read exactly like this. So we're good to go there. And then the bio is pretty much what I mentioned to you earlier. Here is your online information and registration login instructions. You can click on this for MindTap. And there's a video for you. I don't think it's very long. We'll take a look at it.
Hey, looking to register and to access course materials? You're in the right place. In this video, a Cengage expert will walk you through it so you can find what you need and get to work. If you have questions at the end, don't worry. I'll tell you how to connect with our support team. Now here's a Cengage expert to get you started.
Start by going to your campus learning management system, Canvas. Make sure your browser allows pop-ups or you won't be able to access your course materials. Once you've logged in and clicked on your course, you'll see it includes a combination of links to content provided by your instructor and Cengage. Click any link to Cengage content to continue the registration process. Not sure where to click? Ask your instructor or
Okay, so it says to click on any link in Canvas that has content for MindTap, which would mean any assignment. All right, so if you go to modules or if you go to assignments, whichever one works best for you, and you just even scroll down to the assignments, if you click on any one of these, the chapter 1 assignments, any one of them, you'll immediately go to Cengage. And if you're not already registered, you'd have to register and either purchase at that point in time or enter the course or enter the key that you need that you've already purchased in the past. Okay.
try a few links. You'll know you've clicked the right one when you see the Cengage login screen. If you use MindTap, WebAssign, SAM, Cengage Now V2, OWL V2, or another Cengage platform or e-textbook before, you may already have a Cengage account. Go ahead and log in, or click to get help recovering your login info. If it's your first time using Cengage, create an account. We recommend using your school email address here. For your security, we ask you to verify your email address. You'll receive a Welcome to Cengage email with a link to activate your account, create a password, and complete registration. Now you're in. Here are the materials for your course, including your e-textbook and homework assignments. If you've purchased an access code, click the link to redeem it. If not, just hit continue. You have a few options for accessing your materials. If you've already redeemed a code, click continue and dive right in. If not, you can select Buy Now under the Pay for Materials Individually column, or choose Temporary Access and make your purchase later. If you have multiple courses that use Cengage, or your individual course materials cost more than $119.99, our Unlimited plan can save you money. Cengage Unlimited includes access to all the Cengage online homework platforms you need, plus our entire library of e-textbooks, our mobile app, and at least 4 free hard copy textbook rentals. You pay just $7.99 shipping and handling per book. You're all set. Remember, if you selected temporary access, once your trial expires, you'll need to select a purchase option in order to retain access to your materials. And be sure to check if you can save with Cengage Unlimited.
If you still have questions, we're here for you 24/7. Get in touch via live chat at support.cengage.com. Give us a call or send us a message on social media. You can also visit our support site for articles and answers to frequently asked questions. Good luck and have a great term.
Okay, are there any questions about signing up for MindTap, Cengage MindTap? Any questions at all? Now, once you've done that, you should be good to go. You can click on the assignments as you're ready to begin. Well, click on any link to get you to MindTap. And then if you have your textbook already, you can use that to start reading. If you're going to use the ebooks, which I kind of recommend because that's going to be the least expensive option. You just pay for your MindTap access and then you have the ebook. But you have to be comfortable with using ebooks. I think my screens are going to look a little different than yours simply because I'm the instructor. But certainly, see, I went into chapter 1. This is the concept check. This is the assignment. But over here, they have the full book, and you could just start on your reading here and expand it here. And now you have the book, and you just start one page at a time as if it's sitting right in front of you. That gets you to the textbook, but the links in Canvas get you to the homework assignments. Okay. Any questions about how MindTap works and how the assignments will work? Now, there's a link here for Cengage support, Cengage technical support, which is one of the places that she recommended on the video. And then if you have some issues with Canvas, there's Canvas support, and then there's a questions thread. I should have a subscription on that. Yeah, it's subscribed. So what this is going to be, go right to my email, and I'll make it a priority to get back at you as quickly as I can. All right, so let's go back to modules. We've covered the syllabus, the calendar, participation requirements. We've covered MindTap, how to get a hold of it. We've discussed the discussions. You have tools available, including the reading itself, flashcards, PowerPoint slides, and then kind of a pre-test to test your knowledge and understanding. And then you've got your assignments. So all of these first assignments are all due on January 24th. The tricky part that I've run into with some students, they say, well, it doesn't say 4 p.m., but it does say 4 p.m. on the calendar itself. And then if you click on the assignment, I believe it actually says it there as well. So, well, maybe not. So it does say on the calendar, it says it on this video because I've mentioned it a number of times, and all students are required to at least be here or review the video that I'm going to be uploading when we're finished within the next day or two. Okay. It's open floor now. Are there any questions about anything associated with this assignment? With this course, I'm sorry, with this course. Any questions at all?
My textbooks said it's back ordered.
Okay.
Do I actually need the textbook? Because I can do the ebook.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think
just
you could do the ebook. So, and I think you're going to find that the homework is going to be relatively easy.
okay.
It's going to take a bit of time, but you're going to have the ebook in case, and there's no time limits on it. So if it takes you a while to kind of fumble through the ebook, in fact, the ideal circumstance or situation I would say is that if you have dual monitors, you could actually put your ebook on one monitor and then your homework on a second monitor and just work away and just glance over at your book as you need to, right? So that would be my suggestion. Not all of us are blessed with 2 monitors, but if you are, then that would be the ideal circumstance. Otherwise, you can flip between, you probably all know this, but if you have one screen on your computer and you press Alt-Tab, you can flip through pages this way, just as I'm still sharing, right? So yeah, it's pretty easy to flip through questions or through pages rather, through windows, just by using the Alt-Tab button. So that may make it easier for you to kind of flip through your textbook and the actual homework assignment that you're working on. So let's see, the assignments themselves, I think I told you that they're timed, and I'm pretty sure they are. The reason why I just don't know off the top is because I'm teaching a number of different classes and they're treated a little bit different. So let's go to the homework assignment. I'm sorry, the quizzes or tests, and let's take a look. Yeah, there's 90 minutes. There's 90 minutes. So in this case, you're going to want to make sure that your textbook is available to you. Again, that it's available to you online because it is an open book exam. The only problem is that you probably won't have the entire session, 90 minutes, to be able to just look up every question. The homework isn't timed, but the exams are. So make sure you've read the textbook, you've read the chapters, and you're ready and prepared to take the exam. The good news is that you'll probably blow through most of the questions, and then there'll be a few that you have a question on, and you should have plenty of time to go back and revisit those questions with the 90 minutes. Any other questions? Questions, issues, or concerns?
Andy, on that list of those homework assignments, I saw something that says video quiz.
Yep.
Is there a video?
Yeah, it's the video. When you click on the link, you'll go right to it.
Oh, okay. And you take a quiz from that.
Yeah, so I'll demonstrate it here. If I click on this chapter 1 video quiz, oops, God, things keep moving on me. You gotta be patient. So you'll click on this. Once you click on chapter 1 video quiz, you'll get this link here. It says this tool needs to be loaded in a new browser window. So you'll click on it. It'll take you to MindTap. And here's the video that you press play on, and then the quiz will load up here in just a bit. Or I think the quiz actually shows up after you watched it, I think.
What's been really exciting for me and the rest of our founding team is that we're trying to do something that's never been done before.
Okay.
Okay.
So everything will be available to you online. It's pretty slick. I mean, this MindTap works very well. Makes it so that online environment and distributing assignments is relatively easy. Comprehensive in the context that allows you to submit a lot of different problems that students can get a good feel of what the textbook is about and the theories and concepts that are covered. Yet it's not overwhelming that you're feeling like you're spending 20 hours a week trying to get your homework done. So it's a pretty good class. I really like this class, especially for an online environment. One thing that I'd re-emphasize, there's 20% associated with your discussions, but honestly, there's really no pressure except to make sure that you've met the minimum requirements in terms of addressing the discussion questions themselves and then responding to students. That's probably the easiest points that you can get in the class. It does take a little bit of time, which I know most of us don't like to dedicate a lot of our time because we've got a whole lot of other things going on in life. But that's the nature of school and education and setting our priorities. And everybody goes through it when they're trying to get their degrees and finish their schools. So I know it feels like, oh, woe is me, I've got all this homework to get done, but you'll get through it. And now, in addition to all this, I'm going to be posting my office hours probably this weekend. And it appears right now that I'm going to make my online office hours on Friday mornings between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. for online classes. So I've never really actually did online like a Zoom office hour for my online students because this is an online class. So technically it should be just email and what have you. But it seemed to work out when the pandemic hit. I started doing it for my remote classes that were initially live, and I just went ahead and did it for them. And I thought, well, why not do the same for my online students and give them an opportunity? Now, for this particular class, I don't usually get hardly any students that come in to visit with me and discuss issues because it's pretty clear and it's routine in nature. Once you get it started, once you finish that first week, it's just repetitious in nature. You just kind of get a feel for what's all done. But nevertheless, I will be available to you if you have questions or concerns about your grades or anything else we can discuss, and we'll take care of it. But I'm going to set the time that I'll be available online will be between, no, I don't think it's 8 a.m. I think I made it between 9 and 11 a.m. I'll post it when I have it cut down for sure. I'll post it online and you'll see exactly when I'll be available. But it's probably going to be Friday mornings, 9 to 11. And so you can have that in the back of your mind. And then when I post it online to make it official, then that's where it's going to be. I was just kind of figuring out how this is all going to work and when I can actually do it. And Actually, one of my other classes, which is my Accounting 210 course, is the one that really requires me, especially at the first like 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks until students get a feel for it, for me to be available to help them with some issues associated with that class. But nevertheless, they're available for all online students. So if you need to come and talk to me, I will be there. I am a resource for you if you just want to come in and talk about specific items in business, your education, your degrees, where you're working at, about running a business, because I have my own practice, and so I'm pretty familiar with how business is ran. If you have any questions or issues or concerns, certainly I'm a resource for you. And because I'm here, I'm your faculty, I'm free to you. Well, you paid for it, sort of, I guess. Depends on if you got financial aid or not. But you know, if it were me and I really had a specific type of question related to nearly anything, I would definitely try to take advantage of that. Okay. All right, let me stop sharing my screen so I could see your beautiful faces again. Oh my goodness, you guys are all, that's my daughter. She's beautiful too, see? Okay, are there any questions about anything we've talked about in the cloud? Do you have any questions at all about any topic at all? I'm here for you. Any questions? Are we good to go? Okay, well, I will let you guys go. I've held you up for almost an hour. I'll tell you, my Accounting 210 class, Greg, how long was it? It was almost like 2 hours, wasn't it? Gregory?
Yes, it was 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely long.
Yeah, it was a lot longer than this one because there's a lot more to the setup on that one. And so this one is pretty slam dunkish. But thank you for coming. Thank you for being here and for making it worthwhile for me. And hopefully it was worthwhile for you. I will, if you get confused during the week or at any point in time during the class, I've got this recording and I will upload it to Canvas and it will be available as well. Okay. All right, great. Thank you guys. Take care and I'll see you online over the next 17 and a half weeks. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.